standing in the brand new Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in New Fantasyland at Walt Disney World with Pam Rawlins, show producer of this wonderful new attraction. Hey, thanks for taking the time to chat here.
I'm glad you could come today.
It must be very exciting after so many years. How many years has it been you've been working on this?
It's been almost 4 years.
Wow. Okay, so I remember when you first announced New Fantasyland, there were princess meet and greets everywhere, and at some point you transitioned into having this mine train. Why did you make that change?
Well, you know, we can take any classic story and turn it into something we can immerse with our guests. And this Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs story had not been told from the dwarfs' point of view.
Okay, yeah.
So it was a perfect opportunity for us. Plus, you know, Snow White spent a lot of time in the forest.
Right.
And since we walked outside the castle walls, we were able to introduce that forest element as well as we did Enchanted Tales with Belle. So it was a perfect opportunity for us to do some 3D storytelling.
Well, it looks fantastic on the outside. Let's talk about what's going on the inside a little bit, because you can see the roller coaster going around. It looks thrilling, it looks fun, you've got the cool rocking vehicles, but there's a mystery going on inside the mine. What can you tell me about what's going on
Well,
in
let me
there?
tell you, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a family-style coaster that take you through the gem mines of the Seven Dwarfs. So you're actually seeing them work as you go, and we play that with our original scores from the music. So it's the sights and the sounds. We have glistening jewels all through and special effects all through the mine shaft.
Yeah.
We slow you down just a bit so you can take that all in.
So how does it compare? There used to be Snow White's Scary Adventures here, a fan favorite ride. It's not here anymore. How does this compare to that experience?
Well, we're really taking you through the Seven Dwarfs mine, through their eyes, through it. So as soon as we immerse you, as soon as you come in, everything is about the dwarfs. You see axes and picks and everything they're working. You're going to work alongside with us, and then that actually introduces to the interactive cue that we've played.
Well, we'll get to that in just a second, but I have to ask about the dwarves themselves. They look like you have some pretty impressive audio-animatronics to bring them to life.
We have taken our animation to a new height. We've collaborated with feature animation, and we've brought these special audio-animatronics to life from, you know, the great moments of Mr. Lincoln. I think Walt would be very impressed with how we've achieved this accomplishment, and I'm very excited for you to see it.
They look very impressive from what I've seen. Tell me about their animated faces. It's something that's, you know, I've seen Buzz Lightyear, I've seen, you know, even Madame Leota has a bit of, you know, a different look to it. Is this an evolution of that?
Absolutely, with Lumiere being one just more recently. It is, and like I said, we've collaborated with feature animation. It started with a sketch into 3D modeling. They worked very closely with us. And it was a perfect collaboration for them to see this bring their characters to life in a 3D way. So you'll see your traditional dwarfs, they'll be acting like be part of the show and part of the experience.
What was the biggest challenge in bringing this attraction to life?
I think because we were the topping of the cake here, and we wanted to make sure we didn't impact our guests with the construction and fences, and that probably was the biggest challenge, is how to work and how to phase this in so there's no impact on our guests whatsoever.
Sure. What about the development of these unique ride vehicles? You know, how does that swaying motion, how did that affect you as you were developing it?
It was perfect. You look at the mine cars, and you saw the mine cars as they were, and you saw them kind of swing back and forth during the animated classic, and our ride guys thought that was a perfect opportunity to bring this new ride technology, the first of its kind. Walt Disney Imagineering has the patent on this ride vehicle, and it's very unique. So it sits on a cradle, and it rocks back and forth. And as you bank and turn and swing on the rolling hillsides of our out here on the attraction. If
you watch the ride go around, you can't necessarily see, I mean, it's not like a huge motion left and right, but I imagine once you're on it, it's when you really start to feel it.
You know, I actually don't feel going back. Some people do. I actually think it's like the banking of the turns. It is such a smooth family, and that's what it is. It's a family coaster.
Okay.
So for young children all the way up to, you know, older adults, I think because we've added humor and thrills and special effects, I think it'll complement every age.
Where would you put it on the range of thrill? You know, Thunder Mountain, Barnstormer?
Well, it's on top of my list right now. I think it absolutely is. And I think it's because we combine the new technology and the special effects and the fast pace of the the coaster going through and out the tracks.
Well, we are standing here in the interactive queue. What can you tell me about this entertainment that will be available?
Doc has asked you, he gives us some instructions on how to ask you to be part of their dwarf's workstation. So this particular one, we're actually helping them sort their jewels by colors and shapes. So you pull your jewel in here, and you can play along with me.
I'll
you go ahead, get your side colors and shapes.
This is the first time I've done this.
This guy would probably go right here. We get one more.
Now the goal here is to keep guests entertained while they're waiting.
And we're going to send those jewels right on to be sorted when we get inside the vault.
Excellent. And then I see there's some sort of water feature around the corner here.
Right, we can go over there. This is where we're washing our jewels.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah. So an interactive element that plays piano-type music as they go along. So it's just like a piano keys. You can go in here and play tunes as we're washing the jewels.
I'm sure guests are not anticipating this being a water ride.
No, this will be the only water ride. And it is actually and I'm sure on very hot days, this will be a wonderful
this is going to be wonderful, absolutely. Now this music that's being played, is it a familiar tune?
All composed from the original classics. Now this one's just tones.
Okay.
But it will time out and play music.
How are you going to get kids away from this and actually get on the ride?
Well, because I hope the roller coaster takes them there,
That's very true. Come out very soon to check out the new Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at the Magic Kingdom.